Stock of the day, well, who can go past Allkem? The US and US-based Livent have agreed to a $10.6 billion merger of equals. AKE shareholders will receive 1 share, while Livent shareholders will receive just over 2 shares in a new entity, Newco. That implies a 7% premium to the Allkem share price. The companies are touting synergies, leveraging complementary engineering work at some sites. They're going to be the 3rd biggest lithium producer in the world as a result of this. Now, Grady, Allkem was Bell's preferred lithium stock, has it been for a while.
So a bit of cheering at Bell's today. We still have the buy rating very much held on Allkem. This is huge for the company. The company's results recently came out and we expected them to substantially lift in this year, especially with the timing of this couldn't be more perfect. In this week, all the headlines I'm reading are the lithium turning point is now, and after 5 months of sell-offs and downgrades in prices, downgrades in outlook, now it's a turning point, and what a better way to celebrate a turning point than with a massive merger. The significance of this is huge because they're 2 massive players, but they kind of now monopolise the market, really. They've got global exposure, they've got Argentina, Canada, Australia. There is a bit of speculation and talk out there that maybe Argentina might follow Chile's move recently in saying they want a majority stake in all lithium projects. So that could be a little, a bit to watch in that area, in the geographic region. But at the same time, the companies together have hydroxide, spodumene carbonate, they cover all lithium, and so understanding that, they now have the full operations, full scope, upstream, downstream, they literally have everything. So given that the significance of this is huge, $10.6 billion merger at a time when lithium is set to be turning around, I honestly can't fault it. Definite buy.
Buy, not take your money out.
Buy on Allkem still, yeah.
Okay, and get into Newco.
Yes, so will they get some shares from it? Yes. So
you get shares in the new company.
Yes.
And my understanding, Allkem shareholders get a better deal.
Yes.
Than the others. So if you're in the other company. So I've seen a few American brokers sell that buy Allkem to get into Newco. Because
Allkem gets 56% of MergeCo, while 44% goes to Livent, which is the other company. So
that's a different valuation, apparently.
Definitely. So Allkem still our preferred.
You don't take your money and run and get out of it. You stay in the merge group.
Exactly, because it's only the beginning, really. Right. So how big this can be at a specific time, and we're seeing the share price soar today. So at the moment.
Howard?
Yeah, I think this is good for Allkem shareholders right now, and I think the short term is good for lithium, but I'm not nearly as enthused in the long term. Lithium is extremely common on Earth. As our TeamInvest members joke, there are 550 of them around the country, and they joke if we all dug a hole in our backyard, one of us would find lithium.
No.
It is extremely common. The only thing, it wasn't mined before because it had very little use. Now we've got a shortage for a while because of battery technology, but nothing cures shortages faster than high prices. And one of 2 things will happen, probably both. One is that a huge number of extra lithium projects are developed, and in fact, there's pretty much one every week in the world being announced somewhere. And on top of that, all sorts of new technologies are going to be explored and thought about and had research done on them because lithium's become so expensive. So one of those 2 things, or both, is going to mean that lithium prices and lithium hydroxide prices are dramatically cheaper in a few years' time than they are today. So I expect this Newco will do very well, but not very well for very long. Because at some point in time, there's going to be dozens of similar companies like Newco, plus other technologies that come out and make lithium not necessarily as valuable.
So okay, number one, what would you be doing as our Allkem shareholder? Hold on or buy more or go in?
I wouldn't have any, but at the moment I would say probably for a short while you're likely to do well. So there's no harm in being in it now if you were, but it's not for long-term holders like our members at TeamInvest.
So to be a hold for you. Do you, if you're in other lithium stocks who have all been swept up in this, do you use that as an opportunity to get out? Will it get any better than this?
I doubt that it's going to get much better than this.
Okay.
And Mineral Resources is probably the one that most of our members would be the most enthused about because it's got other strings to its bow. But many of our members have been saying it's probably past its best as well because it's got a lot of expense coming up.
There's your members are turncoats. They would.
Well, I don't think anybody's actually selling, but they're saying that the best names.
I thought they were all Chris Ellison disciples at TeamInvest.
I know we are. We're all obsessed with
look,
him.
I mean, Chris has done an amazing job for his shareholders. He's been absolutely phenomenal. But, you know, he's in iron ore, which has done well price-wise. He's in lithium, which has done well price-wise. They've got huge expense coming up in the next little while. Is it going to be the kind of returns that we've got in the past?
Interesting.
Probably not. Doesn't mean it'll be a bad company, but it's not going to get the growth rate that it's been having.
Okay. Is Bell still positive on the other lithium miners?
Yeah, definitely. We've still got spec buys on a few of them, and we still see the outlook as strong. So we're expecting a new lithium report out next week from our analysts. So I'm very excited to see what they're. I'm excited to see what they come out with. Exactly, yeah. But I know we're definitely positive on the lithium outlook.
And MinRes?
MinRes is a big buy from us. So I personally disclosed that I bought him myself the other week. So I love the outlook. Reading the Bell Potter research, I just honestly the company. They're also exploring in the Perth and Carnarvon basins for gas, and that's a really interesting space at the moment given Gina's just taken over Warrego. Then you have Strike operating for Warrego, then you've got Chris Ellison coming in to work with them all. So yeah, it's a really, really interesting space.
And
although the last well Ellison's crowd drilled came up dry, so
it's okay.
It's not the easiest. Oh yes, absolutely. The Perth Basin is apparently geologically, one of our members used to be in the industry, and he said geologically it's not an easy area. No. You can put down two wells very close to one another, and one seems to produce really well and the other one comes up absolutely dry. Apparently very fractured and
okay.
Not easy.
I'll be interested if the Bell report goes into the Wesfarmers lithium holdings as well, which apparently are huge, but don't get put into the Wesfarmers valuation at all. Everyone still sees that as basically retail.
Exactly. So, and that is in our retail outlook. So I wonder if that will get factored in now if lithium is the outlook.
And David, here's our point from a TeamInvest point of view. If everybody is now getting super enthused about lithium, it's probably the time to get out.
Good point. Good point.